let's work right here with the cross grip, okay? And I can be playing De La Riva, right, on this side. But when you play De La Riva on this side, you have to watch out for your opponent to backstep, okay? Always. Even if you try to go deep De La Riva, see, he can still backstep and maybe like even get the knee bar on you. So just pay attention there, okay? So you can be De La Riva, you can be here, okay, with your foot right around his waist, make it like a little hook. Or you can put your foot on the waist, okay, when you're playing this guard, okay? So now look, I'll push his hip right here, and I'll make sure like he's 90 degrees from me, I'm controlling the pants. Okay, I'll do like a very simple sweep right here, okay? And every time I do this sweep here, against someone that knows Jiu-Jitsu, I end up not getting on top, which is, I turn sideways, I'm 90 degrees from my opponent, I'm facing towards this side, I'm controlling the pants. Then I'll hook his leg right here. I can hook the knee, but the knee I feel like, see, he's still unbalanced. So I like to underhook right on the leg here. And when you underhook the leg, you try to split his legs apart, like this, okay? Don't try to pull the leg to you, okay? We are going to open his leg like this, okay? So as your opponent try to come back, okay? Come back this way. So he can't come back on this side. That's why I work usually against beginners, because they try to face this way to try to come up. And since I'm controlling his arm and leg, it's impossible for him to come up so I can come up easily. So naturally he's gonna face towards the other side that's free. So when he does that, that's when I'm gonna start getting the X guard right here, okay? So once I get the X guard, I'm gonna get the X guard, I keep my modified X, okay? I'll keep this grip here. So now look, I'm gonna face towards the inside, and I'll let go the sleeve and control the far side pants, okay? So when I'm here now, I'm gonna post the leg on the hip, okay? And then look, now I let go the modified X right here, since I post with my right leg, okay? So my left leg right now, we'll go to this side, I'll use this as a pendulum, okay? And I'll go with my head closer to the far side leg, okay? Like this. And then I start sweeping my opponent, and then I come up. Okay? So once I come up, control the pants, and make sure you don't come up with the weight on you right here, on your legs, because your opponent will turn belly down and start fighting. That's when you lose the opportunity, okay? So I suggest you, as you sweep, to get right between his thighs, okay? So let me do it again so I'll show you how you sweep. But sometimes people will stand up right there. That's where I put it, run away. So I have the cross grip, 2-on-1, I control his pants. I can be right here on this position, right? De La Riva, foot right here, relax on the side. I can even put my foot right here underneath, right? But right here is gonna posture up. If you posture up, I lift my hip and then push his hip backwards, okay? And pull this sleeve. So once I'm here, okay, I'm gonna hook his leg, he's gonna fight back, that's when I get the X guard, okay? So once I get the X guard, I keep my grips, I face this way, I keep my knee, look, my foot, sorry, behind the knee right here, okay? In this case, we're under still standing. Next position you're gonna do when you keep the knee on the floor. Let's say he's still standing, he probably is gonna control my collar, right? He's gonna try to fight here. So I'm gonna change my hook. Okay, I'll go right on the groin. A lot of people, they go here on the knee. This is not good. So your foot is on the hip, under the hip right here. Okay, so as I put my foot on his groin right here, now look, I'm gonna move to the other side. I have my right side on the floor. I'm gonna put my left side on the floor, and I'll go with my head close to that leg, and I have to curl my arm, okay, as I go to the other side, like this. Now when I sweep, look, I go right here. I have to pass, especially the knee shoe. I have to be between his thighs. Okay, so now it's impossible for him to come up, right? I control. And then from here, if you wanna do something else, you can, right? Underhook, windshield wiper, and then I pass his guard, and I can go for a submission if you want, right? Whatever you like, okay? But for this one, we're gonna focus more on the sweep, okay? Again, last one, very simple. Control the sleeve, okay? control the pants, okay? So now I'm here, fighting with my opponent. Usually when you're fighting, sometimes you're on the heel for your opponent to break the grip, then you control the sleeve immediately, and you have the hand on the pants already, okay? That's when you start trying to break this grip. That's when you push it that way, and then you can start working right here. Right here, I can track triangles, right? I can go for K-guard if I underhook his leg. There's a lot of things I can do, okay? But this is a very simple, I would say like sweep, right? But most like he's gonna turn away from the leg you're controlling. That's why you have to keep in mind the X guard, okay? So I don't want you to do this like this. Sweep him when you turn back, go back. I shoot this leg here. Okay, you can, but I feel when you do that, you have less control, okay? Especially if you want to start stand up and squat down on. You see, now it's hard for me to put that leg there. It's hard for me to push him back. And if I find someone heavier, they're gonna control the collar and they're gonna start sinking this knee to the floor. Boom, and then now they're gonna start smashing me here. Okay, especially if I find someone heavier than me. So it's very important to remain with this foot right there, okay, on the hip. So as you sweep, when you come back, you keep the foot here, come back, look. Face the mirror. Try to put pressure on me right now. So if you try to put pressure on me, I can press him back, okay? Especially when I control the other side. So to control the other pants, don't keep facing outside. If you're like this, drag him this way, either with the hand on the collar, on the sleeve or on the collar. And you have to face this way here, okay? Towards the inside, kicking the back of his knee, like this. So now you can control, okay? So once you control, change the foot. 1, 2, sweep, and then get right between the legs. Okay, and notice that when I staple his leg here, I'm covering the hip right here, and it's hard for him to get the knee shield again. Okay, so I go with my armpit right here. So don't keep your armpit here. Okay, so if this happen in the fight, like if you're here, okay, you can start doing this. Okay, or you can try to extend the arm. If you feel like your opponent is super strong, then you go for crazy dog pass. Okay, but most of the time you can get here. Okay? So now you start getting ready to pass the guard. Okay. All right, very simple, right? Okay. So you go to the tripod sweep. He's gonna try to bounce back. You set up the X guard, and then you double paint grip and sweep. Whoever's on top remains standing. Okay, you go back and forth. All right. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you can do the same move, the same thing, okay? We're gonna catch his leg here and then sweep right and roll the fight back. Remember that you just put your knee inside, that's it, under the leg. At the time that he's coming back, you're gonna get right here, okay? So now let's say he remained with the knee on the floor, okay, like this, control my collar. And actually the foot here, it hides him from controlling my leg. But sometimes when you go here, your opponent put like a spider guard, force you to put the foot on his bicep, and then now you can't go under the leg again, right? Okay. So you go with this leg here, always. Okay, the leg is remain there. So now you can control the pins on this side, still, okay? So now when you get here, things it's a little bit different, okay? There's a lot of things you can do, but it's still like you can push the hip, okay? And then get right here. Okay. So now there's a come up a sweep right here. Okay. Where I'm gonna push his leg and I sit up on my elbow. I push his leg between my legs here. Okay. Sure. There's other things I can do like a waiter sweep and other things. Let's say I'm here on this control, usually this collar here. Okay. So he's like trying to block me. So I'm gonna extend my leg. Okay. As I put this foot on the floor, I bring this leg here between my legs. And now I put my hand on his chest, and then I come up, sweep, okay? So when I get here, of course, he's gonna try to fight to not let me get the sweep on him, right? So watch for the frays, okay? Every time you land in front of the shin, he probably can start like fighting, okay? And reacting, especially collar drag me right now here, collar drag. like this, oh, and then he started getting my back, right? So every time you go for this sweep here, so when you're here, every time you come up, right, make sure you always either controlling the thigh on top of his thigh or here, especially with your armpit, or between the legs, which is between the thighs, okay? Every time you come up. All right, so then you can establish the 2 points. It's better to go like this with the frame, right? Let's say I'm here, everyone is fighting, right? It's better for me to put a frame, okay? Then I could do this. But here, like I have to deal with the close guard then, right? Even though it's good as well. Because it's easier for an opponent to accept the sweep when you offer him like a good guard. So I offer him the close guard here so he doesn't fight as much. But the problem is, I'm here now, he can make grips, right? He can break my posture. As I stand up the leg, he can start to take on my legs, right? So that can happen. So I prefer to always think about getting here, or if I'm outside the leg, getting like a side smash, okay? Covering the thigh, okay? So same thing, go right at the end. So I'm here, get under, so I control. I always see that I do like a sit up here, sideways, okay? I kick this leg forward, and I go with my hand like under my leg and control the pins. So now my second step is pushing the hip, right? And now I come up. So I can't come up with this leg on my rib here. Okay, I have to take this leg out. So as I take this leg out, I go here. Okay, now look, I'm in the half guard. Okay, look my armpit. Don't focus on getting the underhook here. Okay, as we get the half guard, because then he's gonna start making frames. Okay, focus on blocking the leg first. Try to make a frame with your shin. Then little by little you start getting at the top. You see the distance of my armpit from his leg will allow him to make a frame. You see? But right here, it's a little bit hard. Okay, so I establish first, make sure I have a really good underhook, then I can push right here. See that I'm underhooking the arm right here as well, because it makes things hard for him to recover. Right? If I just grab the head, he can use his hand to frame me and push me, or putting the elbow inside. So when I go here, I feel I have more control. Okay, it's harder for him to frame and use his arm. You guys understand? Okay. Just the end of the technique change because your opponent feels afraid to get swept. He's gonna drop the knees on the floor. Every time you're playing X guard, especially with the modified X, right here, and you're controlling double pants, it's super easy for you to sweep. If your opponent stand up and decide to not control you, just sweeping towards his butt, right? But normally, he's gonna control my counters. The first one I'm trying to sweep back and then he's resisting. That's when I start like using the frames here. If you drop the knee on the floor, right, because he knows you're gonna try to sweep me that way, it's hard for me to do this, okay? So now I have to come up fast and my head goes right here. There's a headbutt right there, okay? Pushing this leg away from me, posting this leg on the floor. And naturally I'll do a technical stand up, like this. Because now I try to sprawl on him. Even if I'm here, he's trying to sprawl, right? I can squat, sprawl. I can squat here, okay? Don't try to go like this. Sprawl, sprawl, sprawl. Right? A lot of people do that. So if he's sprawling, you go like this. Like a squat position. Now you stand up and pull. Okay? Because a lot of people, they go like this. Right? So you stop, and then you go 1, 2. And then stay here. A lot of times that happens. I learned this from Ronaldo Cândido. He was really good on this. He was like short and he always like sweep people like that. Squat. And now look, you just do like a squat with the bar, right? Like Regular squat, you go like, and then you pull the leg. Instead of moving forward. Because what I see here happen, even like if I'm standing, people go like tripod position. And they end up like this. Okay? But if I squat, look, scroll. He's squatting really hard. I squat, look. Go, try to stop. Now look. Okay? That's a really effective way for you to finish your double pin grip sweep instead of just running through the guy. Okay? You guys got it? Alright? Plus, like, you don't build any reaction. Like when you go forward, he can collar drag you, he can fall and then sweep you overhead. But when you squat and you go like this, there's not much reaction for him, you know? So if you run towards him, you're gonna take it down, and then he's gonna set up a hooks guard and then sweep you, right? Okay? Alright? You guys got it? Alright, so let's work on that, okay? If you wanna practice the squat pull too, that's a great option as well. Okay. 1, 2, 3.